Okay, so on Wednesday you were working on lesson 11.3, finding the unknown sides of certain shapes. So let's go over the practice problems. So for number 4, I'm just going to fill in the answers, and if there's one that you're unsure about, please let me know and I can give you some more information. So for number 4, the missing side K is equal to 5 centimeters. For question 6, the unknown side N, both of them are equal to 2 inches. And for question 7, the G, so each side is worth 7 feet. Okay. Question 8. This was a multi-step problem. So the ultimate answer is C, 9 centimeters. What did you need to find? The unknown side length. How will you use what you know about perimeter to help you solve? So we can say something like, I know the sum of the known sides and can subtract it from the total perimeter. So let's do that to solve. So if we were to add the known sides, which would be 13 plus 3 plus 8 plus 6 plus 5, that would give us, plus 8 is 11, 6 plus 5 is 11, so 13 plus 11 plus 11. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So the known sides are equal to 35, but if the total perimeter is 44, 44 subtract 35 would give us 9. So that means my unknown would be equal to 9. So let's fill in and complete the sentences. So we know that the perimeter is 44 centimeters. The sum of the sides I know, which we determined over here, was 35. So a subtraction equation we could create would be 44 minus 35 is equal to 9. So the length of side H is 9. And then number 9, you had a multiple choice question. The correct answer is B, 11 inches. Okay, so on to lesson 11.4. We are getting an introduction into area. So area is a measure of the number of unit squares needed to cover a flat surface. A unit square is a square with a side length of 1 unit. It has an area of 1 square unit. So with perimeter, you can see how they're kind of explaining it is the distance around something. I always think of that like a fence. But when we're talking about area, we're thinking about what you all need to cover the entire shape and the inside. So like perimeter, you want to know how much fence you need around your backyard, but for area, you would use that for if you were trying to figure out how much grass you would need or how much seeds you would need to cover the entire yard. So if we had a geoboard, and I don't have one with me, but I can use my pen to kind of demonstrate. So for A, it says use your geoboard to form a shape made of 2 unit squares. So this is a unit square. So we want one that's 2 units. If I could go like that. Because if I were to almost kind of divide it, it would be 2 unit squares. Part B, change the rubber band so it's made to form 3 unit squares. So let's go this way instead. Although you could still go like that as well. And then again, you can just kind of divide them up. So the area would be 3 square units. So we're focusing on the inside of the squares, not the distance around. That's perimeter. We're switching gears into area. Okay. Let's try a few more. It says draw 3 different shapes that are each made from 4 unit squares, and then find the area. So we need 4. So 1. We could do something like this. Make 4. Or we could do something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we could do even something like this. And there are a few other different ways that you could make a shape with 4 square units. But for the bullet point, it says, how are they the same? How are they different? So how are they the same? They all have the same area. They're all 4 square units. But if you look at them, you can see that the shapes itself are different. Okay, let's do a few more together. Let's look at our share and show. It says, shading each unit square in the shape shown, count the unit squares to find the area. So I like to go in and divide them up because it's easier for me, and then I would shade them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just count up the square units. Awesome. Okay, numbers 2 through 4, we need to count to find the area of the shapes. So you can just go in and divide them into unit squares if that helps you, or if you can just visualize it without drawing the lines, feel free. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just counting them up by ones. Number 5 and 6. It says write area or perimeter for the situation. So it says buying a rug for a room. So I need to know how much room, how much space is in my room so I can cover the whole thing with a rug. So that would be area. And then number 6, putting a fence around a garden. We've talked a lot about fences with perimeter. Okay. Now, I want you to try a few on your own. So I want you to do, we'll do the odd questions. So 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. And then 21 and 23. So your job is to do the odd questions. And then I will go over the answers tomorrow.